Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to Erlengrat here on Farming Simulator 19. I hope you're doing good today. I myself am doing good. We're just doing a quick bit of work cleaning up around the yard. So I have just finished moving all of my pig feed out of the middle of the yard, which actually took a bit of time because I thought I'd get some practice with the fork, and I put it on, where did I put my trailer afterwards? I think I put it over there. Oh no, it's over there. Okay, I put it over there because I was going to do chicken feed next. Not chicken feed, chicken eggs. But yeah, we've got a good amount of stuff going on this guy. And I'm getting a bit of practice in. As you can see, I'm still not very good. You can see all of my my bits there. Not F, I need G. There we go. We got a new little friend for the back here. He's a minion, for those who don't know, and it is a mod. It is available in the mod hub. Just go under weights and you'll find him. He's normally yellow and blue, but you can pay a little bit extra to make him purple and a little bit extra to give him spikes for hair. And I think he cost me like 450 bucks, which wasn't bad. I think it was a pretty fair price. So he'll be able to help us out with this. It did help a lot. I did end up going and picking him up because I could not move the pig food pallets. So we'll have to keep an eye out for stuff like that in the future. I think I can actually sell this, to be honest, but I'm not going to right now. We're going to do something quick first because we have a lot of planting to get to today. Today is going to be a planting heavy day. Is that far enough back? Yeah, we'll just drop that there. Roll on out. Attach our weight, and then we're gonna park this guy. So I am not paying attention. I want to get the yard better set up, and that's kind of what I'm working towards today, or at least right now. I was storing some stuff in here, and this will pretty much be the area for this guy to live, which will be nice. We're gonna drop this guy in the corner. Actually, I can just park this guy right here because he's small enough to fit. Boom. So yeah, we'll start using more and more of our sheds, and I think it'll end up looking good. These guys still move no matter what. Even if they're in the middle of the yard, they still seem to move, and if I put them next to the buildings, they fly, and I don't know why. They'll just continuously go on through. Why is that on? I don't have... That's weird. Okay. And what else? Yeah. As you can see, everything's lined up. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of use on this guy today. But what I'm going to do first is we are going to get this area here weeded. These popped up a little bit ago. Actually, while I'm at it, let's kick that back up to 5. We're going to go that and that. And the thing I'm happy about, this thing seems to fit perfectly for these. I know these aren't all perfectly even. It is kind of a bummer that I didn't do it right. But as I said, once we finish all these trees, we're going to redo this field anyway, because I think it'll be better that way. So that's pretty much the plan. I don't know what I'm going to plant yet. All I've decided is that this area here is going to be for in the future our potatoes and anything that is, at least until we get like bigger machines, because I don't want to do one of the big fields with the stuff we have. But the other thing is, this is going to be the area where I plant crops to feed the animals. So right now we only have the sheep, the chickens. So we only have to worry about wheat and or barley. Right now I think we have barley in this field, if I remember correctly. Yep, barley. And that's kind of what I want to use these for. And then that field over there and the field way over there are going to be pretty much just for profit crop. Everything that's in them is going to be to sell. And I think it's a good balance. It'll keep me from using up too much field space on something that's probably not profitable, but something that I need for my own animals. And I think that's a really good way to look at it. So what we're going to do is I am actually going to finish this up, and then I think we're just going to sleep. We'll skip through to the next morning once we're done with this task here. And that may present different options. We'll have to see. I know that should give me a decent amount of eggs. Not that I'm going to sell them now. I want to finish getting all of the eggs, all of those egg crates full before we do sell them, which honestly they probably will be. I think the last two are about half full anyway. And then I do have some boxes sitting on the side. That's kind of why I parked the trailer over there, just so we could get the stuff done. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this stretch here, and then we're going to rotate through till morning. So once the sun rises, I'll be seeing you again. I have come up with a plan, everybody. It only took me about an hour. Step 1, we're going to fertilize these fields right here. Let me just get out of here. Step 2, we are going to sow oats over in the far field. And then over here, I'm either going to do soybean or canola. I'll decide once I get to that point. Whoop, not X. I wanted B. Mainly because I don't actually know. I think either one will do fine. I think they're both have an area. I think they both have an area that's on the rise price-wise right now, and another area that is either steady or on the decline. I was looking at doing corn, and the only reason I'm not doing corn, it's going to cost me about 70K to get the planter, the seeds, and the header to harvest. So I'm not going to do corn right now. My other thought was to do potatoes in these 3 fields here, but there is a new DLC. By the time this video comes out, that DLC should already be released, but there is a new DLC that's coming out on January 26th, and I think this video drops on the 30th or the 31st, something along those lines. I'm recording far ahead of time. Well, not really far ahead of time, but like a little bit ahead of time. So that's going to be the thing there, and I want to wait for the new machines before I do potatoes. I think that'd be smart to do. I think it would also add a little bit of change, because they're adding, I think it's 14 new machines, not all 100% related to potatoes, but they are all around potatoes. So I want to see what everything's going to be like, what it's all going to cost, and what I want to work with. So we're going to hold off until then. I did go and sell the topper. For that reason, I thought about it last night. I was like, you know, let's just go and sell it. If I wait until tomorrow, I'll lose a little bit of money. And at the same time, I'm not going to end up needing it when this new DLC comes out, because I'm going to try and play around with some of the stuff in that new DLC. I know I didn't do much in the way of machines for this DLC, and that will change eventually. I'll probably grab one of the... Actually, no, I got the loading wagon. I was going to say I'll probably grab one of the loading wagons, but I already have that. But yeah, there's stuff in that DLC that I really want to use, and I think it'll be good. If I had started a standard farm here instead of carrying over money from our previous farm, I feel I definitely would have used a lot more of the DLC related items for this map. But that was not the case, so we're not going to be able to play with that too much, and I'm not too worried about it. I don't really have an issue with it. But as I said, we have some stuff to do, and I'm holding off on potatoes until the new DLC. And I had also looked at sunflowers, but it's really just not worth it. At least right now, it's the same thing. I wouldn't be spending as much because the header is like half the price of the corn header for my combine there. But I need 2 separate headers. Not like the combine that I had, the Russell Mash had a header that did both sunflowers and corn, if I remember correctly. Whereas the Massey Ferguson has 2 different headers, one for corn and one for sunflowers. It actually technically has 3 because there's one for everything else. But sadly, I'm kind of stuck with that. So we're not going to be doing it right now. I do want to do corn, as I said, because of the Straw Me mod. I do have the ability to harvest corn and leave whoop. There we go. Sorry. Harvest corn and leave the stalks behind for baling. So that's kind of the reason I was looking at the corn. But as I said, it's a bit too expensive to be working on right now. So it'll definitely be a thing in the future, but we're not going to worry about it. But what I am going to do, as I said, is I'm going to get these fields planted. We're going to do oats here. We're going to do barley in the other 3 strips near our area there. And then the last one will either be soybeans or canola, as I said. So let me get on with this, and we should hopefully at least get the planting done. Hopefully the fertilizing as well. And here I am failing at driving again because I'm not paying attention to the wheels. But yeah, unrelated. Let's get on with this, and I'll talk to you guys in just a moment. And that should be all our oats planted. I just got these 2 little spots I gotta grab, and then we'll be good. And we'll be moving on over there, which will end up being nice. This actually took a little bit longer than I thought. I thought I'd get at least this and the other field done in our first time lapse, but it didn't happen, which I'm kind of fine with. The reason I want to get as many of these fields done, I want to get all the fields done today, but I don't want it to take up the whole episode because I do have a plan for this episode, and I want to get started on honey production. That is the plan, honestly, the overarching plan for what I want to start today. And I'm worried that the fields may take up a large amount of that time, which, as I said, is kind of whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But let's turn out of here. But yeah, honey production. I've talked about it several times in the past that I want to do it. I'll be using the Global Company's honey production mod, which will be fun. I have messed around with it and learned a bunch about it in my test world that I have, which is just, it's a Felsburn world that honestly looks like a mess because I place down buildings and just kind of do whatever I want to, and just to test and see if I like certain things. We actually have to head over here for some seed. I just also remembered this doesn't have a front end loader on it, because I went, hey, my front end loader's over here. We'll just grab that and we'll be able to go. No, this guy doesn't have the attachment, so, which is why I ended up getting the little tractor, even though I feel you could put a front end loader on this. Maybe they don't have them that way, but I definitely feel you could do it. Alright, we got almost 1 whole pallet. I'll take it. But yeah, now we're going to get over to the other fields. We're going to drop some barley on those. The 3 sections of short fields, yeah. And they'll be a little out from the first set there that I'd already planted. But I needed those because we're only down to 1,000 liters of barley for our chickens. So I'm hoping we can get these other fields done in time. The other 2, I think, hit 2nd growth during the night. So yeah, stage 1 and stage 2 of growth. So they're halfway to harvest. So probably next episode, maybe the episode after. Hopefully we can hold out until then. I may end up speeding up crop growth just to make it so that I can continue to feed our chickens. But I'm not too worried about it at the moment. We are doing good. I think we're up to 180, 185 chickens, something like that. So we'll be good there. But yeah, we're going to throw in a bit more music and get these planted here, and hopefully a good chunk of the next field. this will be a good point to set a worker on it, because as I said, I want to try and get some, is he gonna work? There we go. I want to try and get some of the bee stuff done. So I gotta move this guy first though. I had meant to move it a while ago and just for whatever reason forgot. I'm really hoping our little guy here can move it. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, but he's really not made for it. So let's see if we can just move him out of the way just enough so that this guy can keep working. I will have to get that last strip, and there'll probably be like one other spot that the worker will end up missing. I'm fine with it. Let's grab that. Can he move it? He struggles. Look at the wheel spin. 1 mile an hour. I literally just need to get it over here and then we're out of the way. 4. We're up to 4 miles an hour. I just need it out of the way enough where that guy can turn around. But yeah, we got all of the barley planted. The I ended up going with canola because we did soybean last time. And I thought it would be good. Alright, we can ditch that there. I'm just going to shut this off and leave it here. But yeah, I thought we'd get that in going. There it is. Yeah, canola. So that'll be there. And the reason being is 2 reasons. 1, I haven't done canola in a little bit. 2, the price isn't bad. Right now, Felsburn Grain Mill's buying it for $1,600. And the soybean straw is a decent price. It'll probably end up going down. It may end up going up. I don't actually know. But it's not a bad price, so I'm going to stick with it. And what we are going to do real quick is, I know I was talking about doing bees, but there's 2 things that I want to get down while we're here. One of them is, what are we under, silos? Yes. I want to get a hay loft down so that we can collect up the hay and straw. I don't actually know. I haven't actually placed this yet, so I don't know which side everything's on. That is the problem. It's not. Okay, so I see the markers there. Let me go check that out. That's one building that I want, and that's because I want to start collecting up hay and straw for future animals. As I said, I do want to try and get cows and chickens. See, it did end up going backwards. See, in the picture, it shows it going the other way. I don't know. We'll just deal with it. But yeah, this will store hay and straw in here. And then I think I can also store vehicles in here. I don't think it physically gets stored in here. I haven't seen this one yet. So one will be an input, one will be an output. It did cut a little bit off this field, but I think that'll be fine. And the other thing that I want to place... What was the other thing I wanted to place? Oh, fuel. Fuel. Alright, so I've got... that guy. And I have too many mods. I should just grab these today. I have an idea for something that I want to try and use these for. Yeah. Oh, they're just selling stations. Oh. Greenhouse function for passive income. See, they didn't put that info in the mod thingy. That's kind of a bummer. Well, we'll play around with that in the future. Let's take a look. That's 6K for that fueling station, which isn't bad. I thought I had a little gas pump. That's a little fuel pump. That's what I was looking for. But it does not look like I do. And why not buy the rusted one? It is a bit on the small side, but I think it'll work. And we're gonna go make sure this is on the front. Right there. That's building number 2. And then let's get a little bit of gravel. Gravel in there. A little bit of gravel up here. There. That one will end up moving, I think, so it's not really a big deal. And that'll work there. And now we're going to place some of the beehive stuff. So as I said, this is in the global companies mod. They call this a honey room, which is weird. But I'm gonna set up a couple of these guys right along here. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are not full yet. I actually have to add a bunch of stuff to these. That's why I kind of want to get some stuff down first. Oh, we just spent a decent amount of change. Decent chunk of change there. But yeah, these are pretty cool. Let's see. Is it X to open? Yes, it is. As I said, they are currently empty. You fill these with comb and with bees. So I'm actually going to get these open. I cannot remember. I think it's 4 boxes of bees. And I don't actually remember on the comb how much you need. So we are going to end up doing that. I want to get at least one of them set up right now. The other thing we're going to need, and I don't plan on putting this on the property. I'm going to set this somewhere else. But we need this building here. And this is the sell point for honestly all of this. All of the honey, all of the fruit trees. There's probably a couple other things you can sell in here in relation to global company. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I want to look around the map because I can place it anywhere. And I think I'm going to pay... You know, I'll leave that up to you guys. Should I pay the full amount or should I pay half or should I pay nothing? It is technically just a sell point. And that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should pay for it. I don't know if I should just have them pay for it. But I'm trying to think a good place to put it. And I don't actually know. I was thinking if I could either here, up by the biogas plant, or over here by the animal dealer. Either here or here. I think there's stuff here. Actually, let's swing over to the animal dealer. Yeah, this car is there. I could end up putting it like right here because we're not going to end up using this space. Or, oh yeah, no, there's a ton of stuff over here because I was thinking also in here, but there's a bunch of stuff in the way. So I don't know. I could also just place it on my farm. I am a little bit undecided on that. How we doing up here? Good, good, good. All right. But now I get to do the fun job. Let me actually see. Trucks. I need to move a bunch of stuff. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to lease this guy. We're going to leave it at the price it is. And the reason we need to do that is because I have to go pick up every single item. So you'll see I need honeycomb and bees to start. So as I said, I think it's 4 of these per. And then I have 12 in my head, but that's probably wrong. But obviously I'm going to end up needing this, this, and this as well. I'm going to set up hopefully a little shed. I want to try and find like a small shed that I can put these in. Because I think that'd be rather fun. Even if it's just, you know, a roof. I don't even care. But I'm going to buy these things up and then I'm going to get them loaded in that truck that I just leased. And when we bring it back, I'll explain a little bit more about it so we can go from there. Okay, everybody, beekeeping time. So, I ended up just dumping my bees here. Don't do that with your bees. Treat your bees nicely. For those who don't know, I have talked about it in the past in other videos. I don't know if I've talked about it in my farming sim stuff. I do actually have bees in real life, which has always been a lot of fun. I have never seen a beehive like this, though. That is one thing I don't know. I know in the US, I don't think you can have a hive like this. At least in my area, you can't. But there may be things out there that do work like this. I don't know. But we have 2 different styles of hive that I've seen around here. And then there is like the very old and traditional type, which you can't do anymore. For many a reason, but it's always very different. But yeah, if you guys know anything about this style hive, let me know. Because I am curious. I don't even know what type of hive you'd call this. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is I'm just like, I don't know. Alright, so we've got the bees in. So now we got to take these guys, and we're going to put them in. 1, Let's see, how many is that? So 2 is 14%. Whoop. You can see once you get stuff in there, the bees start flying out, which is really cool. I like that they have the bees in it. You know, so there's bees there. There's no bees here because there's no comb, and there's no bees here because there's no bees. But yeah, they'll be going out and filling up some stuff. We're looking at 35%. I might actually have to go buy more. I bought 20 just to be safe, but it might actually be the 12 or 14 that I was thinking. Yeah, it's gonna be 14. Yoink. So I'll have to go out and get 8 more to get us started. But yeah, I both like and dislike this mod. I like it because we get to beekeep. You get to play around with the stuff. I don't like it because you have to load and unload each individual comb. You know, that's the upside to the style hives that we have. You have brooder boxes and what are known as honey supers or supers. I can't actually remember. So it's like a deeper square box, which is usually towards the bottom, and you get one of those for brood, one of those usually for the bees to produce the honey that they're going to eat, i.e. the stuff that you don't harvest because they need it to survive. And then you have boxes that are about half the size the next level up, and usually have, depending on honey production, anywhere from 2 to 3 of those. And when you go in to harvest the honey, you pretty much just take that whole top box. And, you know, a lot of this, several different ways to do it. We take each comb out of the box, brush the bees off. You have a tool to brush the bees off. You can also pretty much do it by hand as well. As long as you're not worried about getting stung or anything. Let's see, we need another 8. But yeah, that's, you know, and then you just take those combs and you bring them over to wherever you're spinning, which we usually do it in our kitchen. So you get a honey spinner. Ours is a lot smaller than this one. This one is huge. You know, which is understandable because these combs are big. You know, these are like 2-foot combs. These are bigger than our brooders. You know, I think ours are probably about there. And then for the super, it's like there. If basing this off of the average height of a human being, that's what I'm guessing, at least size-wise on those. So let me get these topped off. We'll see how the workers do. Oh, he looks like he's done. I was gonna say we'll see what the worker's doing when we get back. And but yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let me get 8 more comb. I could probably top all of those off, but I think we'll do it a couple more times just to make sure we're getting everything good. And we have the other facilities for processing and selling soon. But yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the honey selling point. Should I buy it outright and keep it on my property? Should I spend half the price and put it somewhere on the map? Or should I spend nothing and put it somewhere on the map? Yeah, I'm pretty happy about doing this. I've been wanting to do beekeeping on here for a while. I know on the last map I had that little like bee shed. And actually the boxes on the front of that are more like the ones that I use. I can actually show you that in a second because I think I still have it. I just don't use it. But I might have not added the mod for this series. Would it be under miscellaneous? I don't have it. It would have been in here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, as I said, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's many an option, but yeah, it'll all be stuff we'll play around with. You can also use these buildings here. These are all warehouses, even though they just don't show you a warehouse for these, for you to kind of do this stuff in, but they are massive. Oh, I don't have enough money to even show it. Do I have 30K? Yeah. So you'd have to give up a lot of space for one of these. You know, it's equal to almost 3 of our sheds plus our washer. So, and they are nice if you want to use it for stuff inside. I don't really have a use for them, so I'm not going to be getting them. But yeah, I think that's a good... Oh, that bee flew right into my face. But yeah, these guys will start producing. You'll see... What's it? 0%? 1%. So this one's got 1%, and this one's got 0%. but they will start filling. I don't know if the bees reproduce in these. I'll probably end up testing that. I think I'll just put one box in here and we'll fill it with comb and see what happens. But that'll be a test for the next episode. That is going to be where we wrap it up today. I think this is a good point. We got all of our fields planted. I went and actually finished that one little spot there. We have a new fuel tank, which is nice because everything except for that is pretty much low on fuel. I think this thing's almost out. No, it's just about a third. But yeah, we're going to top up everything on fuel. I think off camera, I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to sell it, spin it, and replace it. Ooh. What? I got weeds and I got growth. I just thought those were odd looking weeds. What is... They grew fast for slow growth. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, we're going to get fertilizer and weeds done in the next episode. Whoop, and maybe even get some harvesting done on the first set of barley over here so that we can get our chickens fed. We'll also be selling off the eggs. Our 4th crate is almost full. You can see it there. It just needs one more layer and we'll be all done there. So next episode, we'll be able to make a little bit more money off of these. I'm guessing 40K, maybe 50. Really depends on the price of eggs at the time. We'll be able to get our chickens fed again and we'll set up our test for that guy there. But yeah, again, I want to thank you for stopping in. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.